Hey there folks, I got a new knife for you. What I have here is the CKF Rassenti Satori. This is a collaboration between Custom Knife Factory and Rassenti. This is a beautiful integral knife released recently and made available from Russia with knives. This is a large knife, folks. This is a 9.21 inch overall length. Blade length is 3.94. The blade material is M390. Let's see if I got the stamp in there. Oh, no blades, no steel. Oh, yeah. M390. You can see Rassenti's signature. I believe that's his signature over there. And again, they serialized it. This one's number 70. Just a beautiful grind on the blade. It's a complex grind, which with a drop point and a kind of like a tanto tip and a recurve. So you pretty much get everything on this blade. It's got a nice stone wash, as you can see on the blade, and nice satin flats, which I love. Also has this sexy fuller on the blade. Just give it a little bit more aggressive sexiness there. Just really beautiful. Stonewash on the handle. It's got this crease in the middle, which is a signature handle design by Peter Rassenti. And again, it is an integral, so it's milled from one single billet of titanium, as you can see there. It is on bearings. It's a 2-row ceramic bearing system. Nice pivots, which look very similar to the custom pivots that Rassenti uses. I think I've seen this one in like Zerk, so they're trying to mirror those pivot screws. Nicely done. You can see there the insert, the steel insert with kind of like a tongue and groove design there, and you can see the lockup right there. Very nice. Just a beautiful knife. Titanium pocket clip. Very slim profile on the handles. I'll show you something in comparison. Here is my Dalibor integral, and you can see right there how much slimmer the handle is on this Rassenti collaboration from Custom Knife Factory. Here's my Trouble Blade Works mofo, and it's pretty comparable. So for an integral, it's pretty slim. Pretty slim. Just gorgeous. Really gorgeous, folks. Flipper tab is nice and short. My preference. My taste in flipper tabs have definitely evolved since I started collecting. I used to love crazy looking flipper tabs. I think my first flipper tab I fell in love with was the Hinderer, which I still love, but made no sense in design because it just swept up. This one, of course, is Rassenti's design, where the finger just sits there and fires it out nicely. It is kind of like a heavy blade, if you notice, so it takes a little bit of practice. I mean, it fires out well enough, but the blade is fairly heavy. But I did discover that the fuller, which is on both sides, makes for a nice middle finger flick deployment, and it comes out really nice that way. Really excellent. And the two bearing systems makes it like butter. Yeah, I think that's I am a middle flicker. That is the way I like to do it. I think that's my preferred method of deployment. If you've seen the Custom Satori by Rassenti, my God, this is pretty close, folks. Pretty close. Now, let's talk price point. This knife does come in at $5.95. It is a big bite out of your wallet. It's not going to be for everybody. There's going to be people that are fans of Rassenti, like myself, the wieners. I've always liked Pete's work. Couldn't afford it. I think from when I saw him in the New York Custom Knife Show, I believe his integral started at $9. I could be wrong. Might have been higher. Started at $9, and I'm sure the Satori is probably like 12 and up, if not more. If not more. But I love it that Custom Knife Factory is collaborating with him and producing this. I know they're collaborating with Pete again to do another project. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to divulge that, but they are working on something else. But come on, folks, look how gorgeous this thing is. Look at it. It's like a shark. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. Beautiful. Again, it's not for everybody. Definitely price point wise, not for everybody. It's for knife nuts like me. And for me, for this work, for this design, for me, it's a steal at $5.95 because I don't really have the monies to pay $1,200 and up for a Rassenti custom knife. That's just not me. God bless you if you do. Awesome for you. Awesome for you. Happy for you. Beautiful jimping on the back of the blade. Pretty tight tolerances, folks. If this is an integral, folks, you have to squeeze in the bearing system in the blade. I believe that the bearings sit in the blade on both sides, and it just slides in, I think. Just really nice work. Feels good in hand. Excellent. Beautiful chamfering, some little chamfering and contouring, as you can see on the handle. All right, a little chamfering here, and thinner chamfering all around. Titanium pocket clip, beautiful. I like that they match the steel insert with the titanium. They're both blackened nicely, gives a little character, as well as the pivot screw. This is very similar to Rassenti's pivot screw that I've seen him done on the actual custom Satori. I've seen him where they were Zerk, so it's kind of matching like a Zerk. This is not a Zerk. This is not titanium. I believe it's just steel. And they blacken also the blade stop, the thumb stud. Take a look at the blade. I did notice that this complex grind is a little more swoopy. Ow, did I just cut myself? It's sharp, folks. A little more swoopy. A little more swoopy than Rassenti's. I actually like the way they did this. A little more sleek. Just really beautiful work. Look at that. Custom Knife Factory is doing really nice collaborations. It's smart. It's smart. Like I said in my other video, I'm not completely sold. I do have some custom knife. I do have, I think, one Custom Knife Factory knife that's not designed by a maker I am familiar with. But they're smart because they're luring us in by doing these collaborations with these makers that where it's their work is not just as readily accessible. Like they're doing a collaboration with Nalu. They just did a collaboration with Matt Christensen. They're doing a whole bunch of collaborations. Go to their website. They have a list of designers making knives for them. So, just a quick overview, folks. Want to show these to you. So, I've always been interested in Rassenti's work. I was almost tempted to buy the Spyderco Nirvana, but I didn't like the laser lines there, so I wasn't feeling that. I know Rassenti's doing another production with Spyderco, the Paisan. I think that's going to be like $520. So, yeah, his work is in demand, and there's a price point to be met. But that, folks, is the CKF Rassenti Satori. Just a quick overview for you guys. And I'm out, folks. Peace.